Alright, so what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the title of today's video, they added Dome 24/7 into the game, finally. I mean, nobody wants to play fucking Museum. They also added gun game and grinding, which was supposed to be in from the launch, and they didn't remove Infected either, which is actually a surprising thing. But I thought that it was going to be like, you know, out with the old, in with the new, but no, they kept everything. So yeah, not really much else to say, to be honest. Dome 24/7, solid map, so I'm going to be playing it in today's video. I went ahead and got the Hemlock Gold. I think I said this the other day. I got the Broadside Gold. There it is. Not gold, fucking Orion. Got those two Orion. We're going to be using the Hemlock today because honestly, this thing is goated. I was planning on using this thing in ranked. I've been playing a bit of ranked lately, and this was in it. But with today's update, they actually removed it. I only managed to play one game, and then the update came out, and they removed it from the game. What? How was he there already? This man just fucking opened a portal. Jesus Christ. I only got this thing Orion, I think, yesterday or the day before. And with the update that came out that removed it from the thing, I only managed to play one game with it. And as soon as I did, they removed it. So that's great. People are saying that this thing's overpowered and whatever, but the time to kill isn't even that much quicker than other guns. Like, I'm pretty sure this thing has the same time to kill as like Attack 56, and people aren't saying that thing's OP. So what's the deal? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think this gun is fucking sexy. The main reason I like it is because it's so accurate. I think that, you know, it's just the ease of use, isn't it? Like, anything that's easy to use like that is just naturally gonna be better, in my opinion. But if you watch Exclusive Ace's video on it, he literally says, he describes it in his words, saying like, it's not overpowered, it's not shit, it just fits in the meta nicely, and that's why I think it's pretty dumb they got rid of it. The only reason I can see why they did get rid of it is because it's a DLC gun, not actually one that came out from launch, so people might not have it now, people won't have it leveled up, I suppose, so I can understand that. But to remove it because it's, you know, good, I don't think it's even the best gun in the game. Like, you would still see people running around with Vazneves and Attack 56s. You wouldn't even see that many Hemlocks. And I don't know if that's because people don't have it, like the Attack 56 and Vaznev, or what, but I'm literally trolling, man. I can't believe I just missed that many bullets. Oh, fuck off. Are you actually lying? You know, you're... Fuck off. No. I actually want to talk a little bit about ranked and resurgence. So the first thing I'll talk about is ranked, because you guys are probably multiplayer players watching this. I really do enjoy ranked in this game. I do think it's a solid game mode. I haven't had the chance to play with a full team yet. I've only had the chance to play with 3 people instead of 4. But I have to say, the way that the ranked actually works is really good. For me personally, I prefer a ranked system that has placement matches, and then you get put in whatever skill division, instead of working your way from bronze and that. Because realistically, I'm playing bronze and silver matches now, but these players aren't bronze and silver players, you know what I mean? Like, they're obviously so much better than that. They're obviously like platinum to like, not probably gold to platinum players. I like to think I'm at least a gold player. Like, I don't really know what the divisions feel. It's like playing Siege, for example. Like, you know what kind of game a gold or a platinum game is going to be, because, you know, you get placed in them. You don't start from the bottom and work your way up, so you don't have the good people starting from the bottom, if that makes sense. Whereas with a system like this, you know, everyone has to start from bronze, so you're going to have very mixed games, and it also makes it harder to actually progress through those games and to actually get higher up, because if you're playing people who aren't actually those skill divisions, then there's a high chance of losing. But I think the way the SR and everything works is really good. How you get more if you do better, you get less if you do worse, that kind of stuff. I also like the fact that you get protected if you lose in like your first 3 games of a skill division. So if you rank up to silver, for example, the next 3 matches in that silver division, you can't lose SR, so you can't get demoted straight away. Then if you get demoted after that, that's because you're shit, essentially. So I think that's a really good system, to be honest. Man's playing this like it's 2011. Fair play, man, alright. Fucking flashbangs need a nerf, man. How do they nerf the fucking... Did they even nerf the Vaznev, actually? I was going to say, how did they nerf the Vaznev and not flashbangs? They couldn't even do that properly. Fucking thick skull twat. I think the main appeal with the ranked system, though, and the way it works, is the grind. That's definitely something that there's been a thing in COD for like the past like 3-4 years, is that they want you to sink time in it, as much time as you possibly can. That's why they have, you know, that's why they had this Obsidian work the way it did. That's why they have these lengthy camo grinds, the seasonal progression with the prestige systems. So for them to have a system where you begin from the bottom and work your way up, that's perfect for them. That's player retention. That's time played. That's exactly what they're looking for out of their players. That's probably my my only complaint with the ranked system is that it's more of a grind, it's more of a time sink. However, I don't mind that as much because I like COD with like an actual objective to go for, an actual grind. I feel like if it was the way that Siege was, it would sort of be like what I'd do in that game, where I'd go from gold, I'd get into platinum. Once I'm getting to platinum, I'd stop playing. So it's nice to have something to actually sort of grind for and try and get. But for the average player, they're not going to have or want, I suppose, that time to sink into the game. But then again, it's ranked, so it's not for the average player, I guess. So I'm honestly having such a bad game, man. Let's just swap to a Fennec. I was trying to use the Hemlock, show you guys what it looks like in the Ryan. You've seen it, man. Who cares? I know a lot of people probably disagree with this, but I really like a Ryan in this game. I think the animation now is pretty much perfect. It needs to be where it is. I think the animation definitely needs to be increased. I think the only thing now, increase that brightness. Once they increase the, not even the brightness, it needs to glow. With all the other mastery camos, it was actually like a glow. It's like a glow stick was on your gun sort of thing, but this is more like a bright, saturated PNGs on your screen. And don't get me wrong, the PNG is lovely, but when you get into a light area or light reflecting on it, you can't fucking see it. So what the fuck? Since when could you get incendio rounds in an SPR? What the fuck? This is definitely the best mastery camo we've had. Better than Vanguard, definitely. Better than Morpho 20, definitely. I don't think it was better than Black Ops 4 Dark Matter. And I don't think it's better than Dark Matter. I don't know. DM Ultra? Yeah, go on then. I think it's better than DM Ultra. I thought DM Ultra was fucking sick at the time. Like, I thought it was genuinely like one of the best, if not the best mastery camos. And I think compared to the original Dark Matter, it's not as good. And I think I actually prefer this one as well, especially if they brighten it up a bit. This one I think is better. It's more color. There's more variation in the color. I just think it looks better that way. DM Ultra was like, yeah, it would swap to other colors, but it was very much just one color. No, please, not like this. Ah! I started hitting his head. I thought, fuck me, the pussy, man. I thought I was be able to headshot him and jump over him, but I couldn't. I tried to run away. I couldn't fucking run away. I don't know what I'm saying. Am I speaking English? The other thing I want to talk about as well is Resurgence. So as you saw, I put a video out of our first games of Resurgence. We actually won 2 of them. That's crazy. The first and third games we ever played, we won. I thought that was someone on the right. I need to take my hoodie off before I explode. Oh, fuck you know. Sweaty game. Oh. Yeah, so those are our first 3 games of Resurgence that I uploaded the other day. That's not all the Resurgence that we played so far. I think that one night we played probably 5 more games, and I've got all the footage for that. Some funny moments that I'm going to make into videos in the future. So yeah, I think about 5 or 6 more games of Resurgence I've got recorded, and I think we played one other night, but only for like 2 or 3 games. So I've got a bit of playtime in it, and honestly, it's not going to live up to Rebirth. I think you guys pretty much knew that. Especially I'm biased as well when it comes to Rebirth, because I love Mob of the Dead, Blood of the Dead, Alcatraz Island. I think it's such a, you know, cool layout. It's such a cool location. So yeah, there's no way to beating that. But as its successor, as a sort of replacement to Rebirth, I'd say it's definitely worthy. I'd definitely say it's worthy of being a Resurgence map. I think it's better than Fortune's Keep. So I didn't play much Fortune's Keep, so I'm kind of not what? I don't really think I'm the best person to get an opinion off of on when it comes to Fortune's Keep, because like I say, I barely played it.
Too bad that right shield couldn't save you that time, eh? Absolute trash when there are riot shields in your back, man. Talk about a crutch.
He really didn't like it, did he? Fucking hell. Just based off first impressions, I think Ashika Island is just so much better. The thing with Fortune's Keep is that I feel like there were too many POIs and there was too much sort of complexity into the map, where there's like, you know, especially with that little town area on the, I think the west side, there must have been like 7 like different stories, from like the very bottom to the different stories of the buildings to the very top of the hill, with the top of the building to the top of the tower. Fuck. Especially as well with Fortune's Keep, like it's the whole island. You've also got like an underground bit which has its own like tunnels and complexity, and you've got a beach as well. And look, man, I just think, for my small pea brain, I just think it was really, really complicated. Whereas Ashika Island, it's pretty much 3/3 and the middle. So I suppose quarters would have worked better. But it's like you've got your 3 corners of the map. You've got like the top, the bottom left, and the bottom right. And then you've got that castle in the middle as well, which isn't even as much as the power position. You might think like, oh, just sit in the castle all game. That's going to be the way to win. But honestly, it really isn't. Fucking hell. That might have been the quickest. Yeah, with the Sheikah on, it's like you got your 3 corners, you got your middle. The middle isn't even that much of a power position. It's sort of, it's like, because it's built like a fortress, it's got its own little sort of complexity to it. It sort of feels like its own map. If I think that's the best way to describe it. It's like you got your 3 corners, and then you've got your own little map in the middle, which it doesn't really affect the outside of it. Like, if you're in that area, you're going to have your little battle or whatever, or your power positions. But once you go outside of that, there isn't really, it doesn't dictate, like, you winning the rest of the map or like map control. That's all what prison did on Rebirth Island. That was probably one of the most annoying things, was that roof of the prison was a huge power position. You could dominate pretty much the entire map, or like 80% of the map from that one building. Whereas that's not the same with the castle on the Sheikah Island. Yeah, I just feel like Fortune's Keep was just like, it didn't really have that flow to it the same way Rebirth or Sheikah Island do. Like, it was a decent map. I didn't think it was bad or anything, but I don't know. Like I say, it just didn't really flow the same. It felt a bit too complex. It felt like BR on a small scale instead of Resurgence, if that makes sense. Apart from the map, there isn't really anything else different. I think the quality of life changes that came in Season 2 are really good. This is coming from someone who played maybe 4 games of Battle Royale with original Warzone 2. I think what they did with the looting, the plates, all of that stuff they did this season, it gets a thumbs up from me. Honestly, it's so much better. It almost feels like a different game, to be honest. Like, the first one was a lot slower. You had to spend time looting. For DMZ, I think that stuff works. But when it comes for normal BR, you know, especially with Warzone, that's what people wanted, was just to be able to kill people, grab your loot and go. Next person, bounty, UAVs, just grab your shit, go, kill people, grab ammo, move on. I know BR is supposed to be a looter shooter, but that's what made Warzone so popular, is that it wasn't just an average BR. It was just sort of like, you could start looting, you know, you had your ground loot or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you drop down, you use your ground loot, you kill people, you build up to a loadout drop, and then you just run, go, get as much kills as you can. Or if you're a sentinel, just sit and camp in places, but, you know, normal people don't do that.